Okay, welcome everyone. My name is Helen Thomas Robson, and I'm going to be teaching you on estrogen and women's health. I'm excited about this topic because this has played such a huge role in my own life. Emotional wellness is a focus of mine in sharing and using essential oils, and I always hashtag everything feeling good works because I'm really big on just feeling good really does work in our lives, right? Helps our lives go more smoothly, but also it's a play on words because good works and serving and helping others and just living from the heart, it feels good as well. And it just brings and creates abundance. So how can we help create more abundance in your emotional life, especially when it's tied to our hormones? Something that we feel like we can't always have control over, right? Sometimes I'm like, when I die, I'm going to ask God, why in the heavens did he have me go through this kind of stuff? What was the purpose of it? And guess what? There is a purpose to our hormones, especially being women. We are, you guys, our hormones, it's connected so closely to our emotions, and our emotions are such a superpower for us. It really is. But if we don't know how to use that superpower, we don't know how to balance it, we don't know how to control it, then it becomes like kryptonite to us, and it can destroy us and everyone around us, doesn't it? When we get all ornery and mood swings and everything. So I'm going to show you guys how you can make your emotions and your hormones your superpower, and we're going to do it using doTERRA essential oils and supplements. And getting started here, let's talk about staying healthy. So 77% of women do not know what to do to stay healthy. Did you guys know that? And I'm sure probably many of you feel the same way. If we were to take a poll, it'd probably be most of us don't know exactly what we need to do to stay healthy. And some of us attend these webinars and learn about oils and supplements pretty regularly. And so we have a better idea than we used to. But before in the past, did you know how? No. And some of you joining for the first time, you probably don't either. And that's okay. I mean, we try so many different things. We try diets, we try, supplements, exercise, all these different things, but we don't know exactly what to do. I'm going to share some really great steps that you guys can do that will help to just clear that and give you some more clarity. So what does it actually take to get and stay healthy? Well, I'm going to start with something that is going to be just amazing for you, just a simple first step that you can do. And that's what our next topic is going to be on. And I'm going to start off by asking this question. What do you guys think is doTERRA's #1 top selling product? So I can see I see Sharon there mouthing it, and I can hear it. I can see what she's saying. I know we've got you guys on mute, and if you ever want to unmute and say something, you're welcome to, but I can see you saying it. It's supplements. It's supplements, and it's a wonderful supplement that doTERRA has called Lifelong Vitality. So Lifelong Vitality, it makes such a huge difference in your life, and we're going to talk about the ways that it does right now. First of all, I was at a convention and they said, did you know that LLV, Lifelong Vitality, actually prepares the soil for the oil? And the soil is you, your body. It prepares you and helps you get to a place where you can use essential oils and they can be more effective and have more power in helping you with wellness. So #1, we should all be using Lifelong Vitality. And it really, every single person, and it doesn't even matter if you're like, I eat all organic, I have like the cleanest diet ever. Seriously, you guys, we just don't have the right things in our foods nowadays to really be the power that they need to be in us. And some of our foods are empty, and it's because our soils aren't as good as they used to be. It's because a lot of foods have been altered. And even if you go organic, you still would have to eat so much organic to get the nutrition that you need. We need to supplement. And this is the best way that you can. So Lifelong Vitality is threefold. Okay, and remember, it's going to prepare the soil for the oils. So let's talk about the Microplex VMz. So this is a whole food supplement. And what does that mean exactly? You know, there's a lot of supplements out there. You can go to the grocery store, you can go to health food stores, and you're going to find a ton of supplements. But most of those that you're going to find, especially those that you find in a pharmacy or you find at the grocery store, they are going to be synthetic vitamins and supplements. They're not going to be whole food. 99% of those that are on the shelf are synthetic, the ones at the store. They're just not real vitamins. So this Microplex VMz is amazing because it is whole foods. It is going to have the most nutrition for you. You'll see over here on the side, it includes balanced blends of vitamins A, C, E, B vitamin complex, contains minerals, organic trace of minerals to support bone and metabolic health, optimizes nutrition absorption, you know, that whole food blend, and enzymes, the enzyme delivery system. And also it's a tummy tamer. So if you have anything going on with the tummy, you know, most of our serotonin in our body, that hormone is actually developed in the gut. And so, yeah, you need to have good gut health too with your hormones. So this is going to be really helpful there. It's got peppermint, ginger, caraway, just helps to calm the tummy. It helps to support the tummy in the way that you need to. And then also it's encapsulated. Now, this is something that I learned from our naturopathic doctor. She said that, you know, sometimes people will ask, wow, these LLVs, I've got to take like 2 of each in the morning and 2 each at night. That's like so much. Or they're not really that big. They're like a regular capsule. But they're like, why do I have to take so many of these? Well, guess what? doTERRA doesn't like press their vitamins and minerals into a tight pill. They don't do that. They loose pack it in these capsules so that you get the most nutrients. Because if they were to like heat it up and press it, they'd actually kill most of the vitamins and minerals and nutrients that are in those in the supplements. And that's what's happening when you're getting those pressed hard pills from the store that are supplements for you. Most of them it pretty much killed most of the good stuff in there, if they even started with the good stuff, the good real stuff, right? Instead of the synthetic. So it's really good that they loose pack these and that you are taking that, because you're getting exactly what you need and how you need it. Let's talk about the alpha CRS plus. Antioxidants are important for cellular vitality, and it removes potentially damaging oxidizing agents in living organisms. So with this cellular vitality complex, what it does is it just provides the antioxidant protection to the cellular DNA and other critical cell structures, helps to support and helps to expand the life of the good ones. And if they've already died, the cells have already died, helps flush them out of your system. It just helps you to have a healthy environment in your body for your cells to thrive. It supports healthy cellular inflammatory response. It features a botanical extract, and this, you know, as well as cellular energy blends, it just helps support your body on a cellular level. So it's very, very important. Our third layer here, 3-fold, is the XE omegas. And what's really great about XE omegas is this really helps with the brain function. It's, you know, our body needs good fats in order for clarity of the brain. And I don't know about you guys, but, you know, sometimes, especially when I'm going through my cycle, I would just have like brain fog. Okay. And what's really wonderful is that the Lifelong Vitality, this XE omegas, it has these omega fish oils in them that help bring the right types of fats to your brain, so that it helps with brain function, helps support that. But what's really cool about this particular omega blend, complex blend, is that it has essential oils in it. And the reason why that's really powerful is that it helps how many of you guys have taken a fish oil and you can like burp it up and you can taste it, right? Well, what's really cool is that because this has essential oils in it too, the essential oils help ground those the omegas so that you're not burping them up. Helps keep them in the stomach and pull them down, and helps your body to absorb it. So this does have the certified pure therapeutic grade oils, so they are 100% pure, so you can take them internally. And it features frankincense, thyme, cumin, wild orange, peppermint, ginger, caraway, Roman chamomile. And these are all really great supports emotionally and for digestion and also inflammation. And I'm looking at this, I even see a couple immune boosting ones too. So this is going to help support you in many different ways. It also delivers the EPA and DHA essential fatty acids I was talking about that are so important for brain health. And it helps support like cardiovascular, immune, joint, brain health as well. And you guys are just going to love this. It's got the antioxidant protection, and it's going to make a huge difference in your life. The last one that we're going to talk about with the Lifelong Vitality, and I know PB Assist is not part of LLV, but it should be, because everybody should be taking a probiotic. You know, back in the days, our ancestors, you know, they didn't have refrigerators and all that, so they used to ferment their foods to store them and preserve them. And when they would do that, it put lots of really good healthy bacteria in their foods, which help their stomachs to digest those foods. Your stomach alone cannot properly digest the foods the way you should. It needs more healthy bacteria in it. And that's what you're going to get with the PB Assist here. It's going to help your body digest. And remember, 90% of serotonin is developed in the gut. So we need to make sure we have good gut health. If you look down here, you'll see the little capsules and how it has a green capsule and a clear capsule. So what that is, it's pretty cool. It's a time releaser. And do you see how there's that little fluid in there, the clear? That's food for the probiotic, for the good bacteria in there. And what it does is it helps to line the stomach to help with feeding the bacteria, good bacteria. And it helps also so that it time releases and gets more into your intestine area, not just your stomach. So that way you're going to have support, not just in the tummy area, but in the intestinal tract as well. Okay. Let's talk a little bit about bone nutrients complex. There's some really cool things about this bone nutrients complex that you guys probably will not find in other bone nutrients complexes. And that is, it doesn't just have calcium and magnesium, it's got vitamin D. And vitamin D is very, very important. Some of you may, and some of you may not know this, that calcium will not work properly with the body unless it has the great support of the vitamin D. So vitamin D, the calcium doesn't work well unless it has the vitamin D there. Okay. Now the vitamin D, it's going to help boost and build your immune system too. And your number one biggest source of vitamin D is actually from the sun. So let me ask you, if it is a huge support in boosting your immune system and helping you to stay well, would it make sense? When do people mostly get sick? Think about it. What time of the year? The winter, right? What's not really around much in the winter? The sun. The sun is not around much in the winter. And exactly, I see Helen, she's right there, winter, sunlight, exactly. So vitamin D is just huge, especially in the winter months. It's going to help support you so much. It's going to help you. I mean, that's why people are sicker in the winter. They don't have as much good immune support. And also we have lots of kids. And so many kids are getting sick so much lately. What are they doing? They're staying in their houses, playing on their electronics. They're not getting out in the sun. Even adults, we do the same thing. The only light we're seeing is radiating from our computer screens. We need to get out in the sun. So definitely having this bone nutrients complex is going to be huge for you. And we're going to talk a little bit more about that right here. So bone nutrition, as a result of bone loss, 1 in 3 women over 50 will suffer at least one fracture, if not more serious injuries. Bone loss also causes other degenerative and life-threatening conditions as women age. I know growing up my whole life, I've always heard if someone is older, like a grandparent, and they fall and they break their hip or they break anything like that, I even knew as a little kid, you might be able to break your hip when you're younger and you're going to be okay. But someone who's older and they break a bone like that, it can be life-threatening to them. And what you want to do is you want to make sure that you are consuming calcium, especially younger, because gals gain more bone mass. Right here it says girls gain bone mass until their late 20s, and then they absorb calcium at almost double the rate of older women. But guess what? Research is showing that girls in their 20s and younger, they don't consume hardly any calcium. It's less than half. And they need to build strong enough bones to sustain them for the rest of their life, because after they're out of their 20s, they just don't absorb calcium as much as they should be able to. doTERRA's bone nutrients formula, it combines the DV and calcium and the magnesium, just highly absorption that helps with, vital trace minerals and vitamin C, 2 forms of vitamin D, and the biotin that assists mineral absorption. So this is very, very important. And I wish I didn't even learn this until just not too long ago, how important bone nutrition is. And that's something I'm going to be doing with my 3 girls, because I've got 3 girls and a boy. Okay, so let's talk about sleep. This is going to help a lot with balancing hormones too. Emotional wellness, sleep is so huge. Your best support you're going to get here is with the Restful Complex that you can take in little gels, and the Lifelong Vitality. So you're going to hear this a lot as you are going through different webinars and classes and learning how to use doTERRA essential oils and their supplements. Whenever somebody is like, oh, I just need to sleep better, or I need support with my digestion system, or I've got soreness, you're always going to hear this. Lifelong Vitality with Serenity for sleep. Lifetime Vitality with Digestin for digestive support. Lifelong Vitality with Deep Blue for soreness support. Lifelong Vitality is always going to be the first thing, or it should be. And if it's not being, add it, because you will notice a difference in your wellness. And what's really amazing too, just throwing this in there with Lifelong Vitality, I know we already talked about it, but the reason why I just love it is that it's always formulated specifically for us. Do you guys know that Lifelong Vitality in the United States is formulated different than the Lifelong Vitality that they sell in the Asia market? Because in the United States, we have way more tomatoes in our foods. We have certain things that we intake more. And so they have a different formula for us versus in Asian culture, they eat more fish, more rice, more things like that. And so they formulate it differently. So Lifelong Vitality is going to be amazing support to you no matter where you're at in the world in helping you with your wellness. With Serenity, actually, before I move on, how you're going to take this, if you take the complex 20 minutes before you go to bed and you start diffusing Serenity in a diffuser or put on the back of your neck 20 minutes before you go to bed, you will notice just a really amazing restful sleep. You'll be able to fall asleep easier. You won't have so much of the chatter, brain fog and mind chatter going on. And I would also add balance with this. Balance and Serenity together are really great for mind chatter before going to bed. Helps you to just kind of release, let go, and relax and sleep. So let's get into our estrogen. Estrogen. Oh man, such a love-hate relationship with this little word, because we need it to function as women, right? But man, it causes some ups and downs in our life, whether we have abundance or lack of it, right? A woman's body is profoundly affected by her hormone cycle, especially, here we are, we've got listed, the fluctuation of estrogen. Oh my goodness, mood swing city, right? Formation of sexual characteristics. It affects our mental health, bone growth, fluid balance. It affects our cardiovascular system, including cholesterol levels, so it affects that, skin health, and protein synthesis. A lot going on there, right? Let's talk some more about it. So estrogen cycle over a woman's life. Look at this little diagram here. So when we're in our childbearing years, our monthly cycle supports us in having babies. Obviously, we need that, right? But it can include mood swings, cramps. Seriously, adult acne, what's up with that? Acne as an adult? Yes, it does. Oh, water retention. I mean, we're already gaining weight having a baby, right? We got to throw the water retention in there too. Not fun. Weight gain. Seriously. Okay, let's move on. Perimenopause. Okay, estrogen production diminishes here. We're going to talk a little bit more about this too in the next couple of slides, but menstrual cycles become irregular and menopausal symptoms begin to appear. Start getting hot flashes, some of these things that aren't very fun. And what really kind of sucks is that our menopause, this is like seriously, a third of our life is spent in menopause, where we get to enjoy or not really enjoy bone loss, bad cholesterol levels. This is also where we are going through hot flashes, forgetfulness, headaches. You know, we have all these different symptoms and stuff that are happening. And, you know, I know we're talking about symptoms here and we're talking about essential oils and compliancy. Guess what, everyone? We are talking about natural body processes. And because we are talking about natural body processes and not diseases, we get to talk about symptoms. So, soak it all up here. Listen up, because we're going to show you how to handle these symptoms and we're going to stay compliant. Okay, so estrogen levels, what happens in a woman's monthly cycle with her estrogen levels? This is going to make so much sense when you guys hear this. It seriously, when I learned this, I was like, okay, I get it. Now I understand the importance of taking what we're going to talk about next. I'm not going to tell you what it is yet. Some of you might be able to guess it, but we'll get there. So at first, your estrogen, okay, we're talking about monthly cycles here. We're beyond the life cycles, right? We're into monthly cycles. So at first, your estrogen is high and you feel amazing. This is when we're like superwoman. Okay, I have to tell you this joke. And I know Sharon's on here and she knows this one. My kids, they call me Wonder Woman, actually. Mom, you're Wonder Woman. Okay, depending on what time of the month it is, I guess, changes the definition of that word. Wonder Woman, of course, during this first part of, you know, a woman's cycle, you feel social, active, alert, excited, happy. Appetite is suppressed, which is amazing. You're willing or want to exercise. Things are just great. You're on top of the world. You are Wonder Woman. You're going and doing your multitasking. You're running from one place to the next. Nothing. You are like a duck on, you know, a duck on water, and everything just rolls off your back. Nothing phases you, right? Midway through, your estrogen actually goes way down, and your progesterone just goes up, spikes up. And this is when my kids start calling me Wonder Woman. I wonder where my keys are. I wonder where my phone is. I wonder where my car is. Yes. All of a sudden, it's like we get mentally foggy and we're emotional and we eat poor. We start getting emotional on everything. It's like anything sets us off. We start crying. We don't know why we're crying. And we are the wrong kind of Wonder Woman this time of the month. We can't figure out where anything is. And then towards the end, our estrogen and our progesterone both dip. So that's what causes these fluctuations, okay? These big peaks and big dips is the estrogen levels just going up and down, but they have to go up and down. They have to, because that's what makes us women. You don't want to take away the dips and rises, because they do need to be there. You just want them to be balanced. So how can we balance them? Phytoestrogen complex. Can I just say that this is like a girl's best friend? It's not a diamond anymore. It's phytoestrogen complex from doTERRA. This is your best friend, because what it does is it helps estrogen and progesterone to actually come to a natural, healthy balance. When I started using this complex, I could not believe the difference. Seriously. My moods, like I was balanced. My husband even noticed the difference. I noticed the difference in all areas of my life. I loved it. So let's talk about it. Please, someone asked, so how soon can you start taking this? You can start taking it from puberty on. So I've got my daughter on this, and I totally notice a difference when she remembers to take it. And I notice a difference when she forgets to take it. And I have to, you know, make sure that I stay on top, making sure that she's taking it. I take mine every day, and I love it. It's plant-based hormones that actually bind to your estrogen receptors to support them better, okay? You'll notice it, when you take this, you'll actually notice a difference physically, because your hair, your nails, your skin, all of that, you'll notice like you'll notice your nails will be stronger, your skin will look just awesome. And that's, you know, where you want more estrogen, right? That's where you want it. Now, what's really cool about this phytoestrogen complex is that it will block the receptors where estrogen should not be binding. Because it is natural and it's not synthetic, it has the ability to control placement and not bind where it's not supposed to. So I'm sure some of you guys, and I've had people ask me this before because they're like, you know, I had breast cancer. I don't want to be taking estrogen, blah, 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 because I don't want to increase my odds. This is different. This is natural. It's not synthetic. So what it does is it does not bind to breast tissue or uterus. It doesn't bind to where it's not supposed to bind. And here, let's talk about it here. And this is more scientific. I'm just going to read this straight because I don't want to like mess up or mess up any of it, so that I can help get it across to you. And in fact, take a screenshot of this so you can go back and read this yourself. So phytoestrogen helps equalize estrogen levels. Phytoestrogen are naturally occurring plant compounds, chemically similar to the estrogen produced in the body. They provide mild estrogen effects that are healthy because they can bind to certain estrogen receptors called beta receptors. Okay, you guys, beta receptors, these are found mainly in a couple of different areas: cardiovascular system, bone, skin, and they're not found in any of the sex organs, where an overexposure of estrogen is dangerous and not good. Exposure to estrogen and estrogen-like compounds has been known to increase cancer risk. Okay, so this is really good support for your body. You don't have to worry about any type of cancer risks. The phytoestrogen, you'll see the little diagram here, bind to the beta receptors. Do you see how that's showing there? Estrogen and then phytoestrogen. Okay, if a woman has too much estrogen, milder phytoestrogen can bind with the receptors that would otherwise be filled by stronger estrogen. So what that's saying is that it's helping to put something milder there so that estrogen doesn't attach itself. It puts the phytoestrogen there instead. And then for a woman who with not enough estrogen, the phytoestrogen will help fill this void naturally. Isn't that awesome? I love that. So this is a balancer. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Okay, so let's move on to the next. Amazing support from premenopausal to postmenopausal. Yay. Okay, now that we've talked about our supplements, and I know a lot of you guys are oil people. Oil, oil, oil. We love oils, right? So let's talk about oils. You know, really the main oil we're going to talk about is Clary Calm. It's great for balanced flow of hormones. It really is. It's amazing stuff. It helps you stay excited and happy, especially during, okay, so remember when your estrogen drops, yeah, during that second half of your menstrual cycle, well, this is when you are feeling down and low. This is a great pick-me-up. Clary Calm is a great pick-me-up. And in fact, you can help remember that by just take this little, see, I've got it right here. Okay, so what you're gonna do, I know it sounds silly. You're gonna take this little bottle, you're gonna do a little smiley face on your belly with a big old smile. 2 eyes and a smile right over your belly, over your abdomen. That's how you can remember this is a happy oil. It's a pick-me-up. It's gonna help you feel better, okay? It's gonna help emotionally to support you when your estrogen levels are crazy. This has just amazing, and that's what we're going to talk about next. Let me pull that back up. Is let's see, because I'm a visual person. I wanted you guys to see that, the visual, to remember what you can do with that. Okay, share. So what this is going to do is it's great for physical natural body process symptoms. Remember, we can talk about symptoms because this is natural body process. Cramping, bloating, backache. You're going to rub it on your abdomen. Do that smiley face on your abdomen, on your lower back. You can even put it on the bottoms of your feet, okay? You're going to get a jump on your cycle symptoms so you can use ahead of time. There are some great apps that you can find where you can help track your cycles, and so that you know when just before your estrogen levels are going to start dropping. But remember, if you're using the phytoestrogen complex, that's going to help even them out. You're still going to have ups and downs, but it's going to be more balanced. Okay. If you can get a jump on it, you just use it a day or two ahead of time, and you'll catch it before you start seeing those symptoms come. Okay. It also helps the body with odor caused by hormones. And we all know that body odor is definitely caused by hormones. Anyone who has a teenager who's going through puberty definitely smells that. So what you can do is, this is really great. You can make your own deodorant. There's great DIY deodorant recipes out there, and you can put Clary Calm in it. You can even just take Clary Calm just straight and just rub it under your armpits. Okay. Although I would say be careful if you just shave your armpits, because shaved armpits with an oil on it doesn't always feel that hot. So make sure that you're not freshly shaved. And then you can put it on the bottoms of your feet too, to help get it into your system, because your pores are the largest on the bottoms of your feet, and it helps absorb into the body and hit your bloodstream and hit every cell in your body within 30 seconds. Now, also, if you have body odor under your arms, you usually have body odor on your feet too. So this will help with that as well. Let's talk about what oils are in here. So since we don't have a whole lot of oils we're talking about, we're just talking about Clary Calm, I thought we'd break this down into some, just a real quick sheet here. You can take a screenshot of this if you like as well, and see what each of these oils do in supporting you, this happy oil for you in Clary Calm. Clary Sage helps ease muscle tension, mood lifting. It's a hormone balancer. Lavender is calming. It supports normal hormone levels. Bergamot, or bergamot, however you want to say that, it emotionally uplifts. It helps ease muscle tension. You've got Roman chamomile. This is really great. Roman chamomile is amazing for relaxing. Haven't you guys ever heard of drinking some Roman chamomile tea before bed, or using some Roman chamomile lotion on a baby? Just helps to ease and relax, and it helps ease muscle tension too, which is really great, which helps a lot when you're cramping. Also, you got cedarwood. Cedarwood supports normal hormone levels as well, and that was one that really surprised me. I didn't know that. Cedarwood's such a versatile oil, isn't it? Ylang-ylang helps with stress, and it's got phytoestrogen in it. It is a natural phytoestrogen. Isn't that cool? Geranium helps balance the endocrine system. It's calming. It also has phytoestrogen in it as well. And fennel, this oil is great at supporting estrogen production and lactation. So if you're nursing and you need a bump and boost up that, your lactation, you can use that to help boost. Basil also helps in that area too, by the way, anyone who is in or that stage of life. And then we don't have carrot seed or palm rosa or Vitex that doTERRA doesn't offer as singles, but you can get them in this blend. So that's really great. And carrot seed helps support healthy endocrine activity. Palm rosa soothes the body, supports healthy thyroid levels, which thyroid, man, that really plays a role in our hormones, doesn't it? And then Vitex, this is considered the bioidentical to the phytoestrogen. So that's pretty cool. Any questions? You guys all good? Any comments? Anything? Okay. I think we're good. Awesome. I seriously, you guys, when I started using the phytoestrogen complex, it was life-changing for me. It really was. I noticed even a difference in me being more alert, I guess you can say, and present. I found that I wasn't in my head. I get in my head a lot. And when I'm using my Lifelong Vitality and my phytoestrogen, I am more present. I even recognize, because when you're in mom mode, you don't always recognize those little moments to be with your husband either, because you're just like going and going. And I even found an increase in that. Like I was more alert and aware of that. My husband was definitely more appreciative of that. He noticed that too. But I noticed it all around, making a huge difference in my life. I really, really want to encourage all of you women, get these two. If you get only two things, Lifelong Vitality and phytoestrogen, start with those. All of them are amazing. You want to use all of them. But those two right there were life-changing for me. And I really want to put a huge plug in for them on that. So let's go ahead, and since nobody has any questions, we're going to wrap up. Oh wait, I have something here. Helene says, I was taught by Stephanie Fritz, who is amazing. If you don't know who Stephanie Fritz is, she is a midwife who uses essential oils in her practice. And I actually, when I had my home birth, I used her book, like ate it up. It was amazing. But she said that phytoestrogen supports like 28 hormones, but when you take it together with the bone nutrients, it supports 124 hormones together. Holy cow! Oh my goodness, that's amazing. I didn't know that. Helene, you are so awesome. I'm so glad you shared that. That's powerful. You guys, so the phytoestrogen supports 28 hormones. Sorry, 28 hormones, but with the nutrients, it does 124. And your numbers might be off some, but something like that. No, that definitely presents quite the visual and quite the understanding of how important it is that we do the bone nutrients. I mean, not just for bone support, but obviously it has a huge support on our hormones too. Thank you so much, Helene. I am so adding that to my class. You rock. Okay, let me go ahead and get back to the slide here and we'll wrap up. Essential oils, as you guys can see, is a dynamic. They're just dynamic at supporting your body physically and emotionally. If you are here for the first time and you're wondering, okay, so how do I get these oils? How do I get these supplements? I want to get started on this right now. There are two ways that you can get a hold of these. You can get a hold of them at wholesale or at retail. Now, whoever it is that invited you to this webinar, if they are working with doTERRA, if they're a coach, if they are a wellness advocate with doTERRA, definitely get back with them. They can help support you in a great way in helping you to get your hands on these at wholesale or retail, however it is that you want to get them. It's up to you. Okay, so make sure you get back with them. I'm going to go through what your options are here, and then you can talk with them about what option you would like to do. And I'm really big on giving good detail in this because when I first got started, I was kind of a stinker about it. It was my cousin, and I told her, oh, just give me just this and this. And I didn't let her tell me all of the great benefits that I could get in starting with getting my own oils at wholesale. And so I'm going to share those with you guys because later on I found out about them and then I couldn't participate in any of the cool things because I missed out because you have to do it at time of enrollment. So I want to make sure that you guys know what those options are and then you can choose yourself. You're going to be able to get education from a bunch of different resources here. First of all, the person who invited you, more than likely, they have a Facebook group page that you can tie in to. You can also, you're going to have books and different things like that at your fingertips on how you can use these books that you see here. These are all amazing books that are great resources. And I use them all the time. Modern Essentials book, The Essential Life, Emotions and Essential Oils, Feelings Buried Alive Never Die. And then there's also some great cooking ones because you can actually cook with these essential oils, which is really cool. doTERRA.com has amazing resources there. You can learn about all the oils, everything, and the videos, all sorts of things. So it's very, very easy to use and learn how to use essential oils. With my particular team, and I'm sure I have others who are tying in, they probably have something like this as well. I have something called Oil Camp. And when you get started with us and you get started with a wholesale account, you actually will get Oil Camp. And Oil Camp is a 2-week Facebook event that you spend 10, 20 minutes a day for 2 weeks. You can go on whenever you want, any time of the day or night, and go through 4 posts. You either read or watch a video or whatever. But by the end of those 2 weeks, I have people who tell me they started out as a 1, 2, or 3 in how to use essential oils, and they ended as like an 8 or 9. And some of them even claim they're like, I'm a 10. I can rock with these things. Like they feel that confident in their ability to use oils. So we want you to just have clarity and understanding and be excited and confident in your oil use. So we pack everything into education and helping you to make sure that you feel confident in using your oils. So let's talk about some of the wholesale perks. Obviously, if you want to get them at retail, then the person who invited you here, they will get you a link to get them retail. okay? Or you can get them from them. They'll work that out with you. But if you would like to get them at wholesale, let me share with you about the wholesale perks. First of all, you're gonna get 25% off of retail, which is awesome. Your loyalty rewards program, what this is, it's a customized monthly subscription. It's awesome. It's not a contract, it's a convenience. It's something that you can set up. You have complete control over it. And they give amazing kickbacks, which I'll talk about in a minute. Oil credits that you can do shopping sprees with for free oils, which is really fun. And that's something you can choose to participate in. It's not a requirement, it's an option, and most everybody who knows about it does it. So anyways, then you've got product points and free products that you have access to. And then our rewards program, the loyalty rewards program, you get anywhere from 10 to 30% back in rewards. So these are like oils that you can pick out what you want. And what happens is that 10 to 30%, it starts out at 10% and it moves up in increments of 5% every 3 months. And there are some really great opportunities to actually bracket jump, and you can start at like 15, 20, or 25%, which we'll touch on quickly in a few moments. But that's just to let you know about that real quick so you understand that. And then there's shipping rewards. So this is really cool. Anytime I purchase anything and have it shipped to me, they turn around and give me oil credits the next month that I can turn around and pick out free oils with. And there's also free products of the month for any orders over 125 PV by the 15th. PV is just how doTERRA does their numbering stuff, because they're all over the world. It helps with currencies. So that way they can just say 125 PV. For us, the United States, it would be like $125, and other parts of the country, of the world, they can translate that to interpret that to where their currency is. So let's talk about some LRP perks. Now I want to talk about this before we get into the memberships, because when we get to the memberships, I'm going to show you where you get these different benefits, okay? Because they happen with some of the bigger kits, and I want you to be able to understand how that works. So with the Loyalty Rewards program that's optional for anyone to participate in, what they do is they say, okay, let's say that you purchase all of these products as an example, and wholesale it's $157.50, and point-wise it's 138 points. In this case, it's not dollar-to-dollar ratio just because the lifelong vitality is a little bit off, but all oils are always 1-to-1 point ratio. You're going to get your rewards for shipping, so you're going to get oil credits for shipping. You're going to get a percentage earned off of that, and then you're going to get, you remember that 10 to 30%, that's the percentage points that you're going to earn that are you can redeem for free oils and products. And then you're going to get your product of the month when you have 125. Oh, my mouse is actually showing. I don't know how the heck that happened. That's great. So let me show you this right here. When you purchase anywhere from 1 point to 50 points on the Loyalty Rewards program, then you get to keep whatever rewards or product points you've earned so far. Okay. Anytime you purchase at least 50 to 100, so you're going to get your product points and you're going to get your percentage earned. Anything from 100 points on up, they have some really great cash kickbacks and rewards that can help you pay for your oils, even if you're just sharing or using for yourself. That's fine. You don't have to be building to get those cash kickbacks, but you qualify for those for anything over 100 points. And 125 points on up, you get the free product of the month. This is all up to you. However you want to participate each month, that just shows you how to do that. So you've got lots of options. So let me move on, and we're going to talk about some of the kits. Now, I always start with the best kit, the biggest kit, and then we're going to work our way down. Just because I have had several people who actually want to get these bigger kits because they see the value in them. This particular kit is going to have everything that we talked about today. Obviously, it's the diamond kit. It has everything in it. It's got all the supplements we talked about, everything, but it's got all the other like fun things that doTERRA has. It's all their products, okay? And it also will come with all their oils, which is featured on the next page. This one is a $26.50, and I want you to pay particular attention to the purple dot with the plus 400 in it. That means they're going to give you a $400 shopping spree. You're going to be able to pick out whatever you want after 60 days. Okay, after 60 days, you get a $400 shopping spree and go do whatever you want. You save $866 when you purchase this kit. Now you kind of understand why I show this kit first, because of a lot of people who've gotten it because they see, they're like, I want all these oils, I want all this stuff. And since oils, doTERRA oils, they don't have an expiration. Citrus is 10 years. The rest, some of them get better with age. They see the value in that with the oils. They're like, wow, it's worth it. Just like, I'm going to get it now and get my most bang for my buck. But that purple dot right there, do you see how it says product credits start at 25% rewards? That rewards program, from here on out, whenever you purchase and you do at least 50 points or more, they're going to give you 25% back in free credits that you can pick out what you want. So there's a lot of perks here. This right here, that's like $1,200 worth of stuff, $1,200 plus worth of stuff that you're getting for free for $26.50. Okay, that's why that's the top most important one. The every oil kit, this kit's included in that diamond kit too. You get $200 shopping spree. You get 20% on the rewards, so you don't have to start at 10% and work your way up every 3 months. You actually just start at 20% and you're saving $630. So right there, that's about $800 savings right there. You get $800 of stuff for free. Okay, so let's talk about the Natural Solutions kit. This is actually the one I wish I would have started with when I first got started, but I was a stinker to my cousin. I said, oh, because you can do a $35 membership and then add whatever oils you want. Unfortunately, it doesn't come with all of the other cool perks like these $100 in free stuff and all that. But I just told her, oh, just do $35 and give me frankincense, ginger, and coconut oil. That's all I want. I ended up oh my gosh, it was such a waste, because later on I found out I could have gotten like one of these kits and gotten way more bang for my buck. This is the one I wish I would have started with. It's got the lifelong vitality in it that we talked about, okay? You would add, it's got the PB assist that we talked about too. You can add the bone nutrients to this. You can just say, I want this kit, and add the bone nutrients to it. And you can also add the phytoestrogen to this too. Okay, you can, and the Clary Calm, you can do that. But this one's $550. You get $100 shopping spree. You get a 15% reward. So you start at 15%, and then from there on, 3 months out, you'll go to 20% and so on. So you can bracket jump, and you're saving $282 on this one. $228, sorry. Okay, Home Essentials. This one is $275. It is $86 savings. This is a very popular kit with our top 10 oils. And I know we talked specifically about estrogen levels and the lifelong vitality, and a lot of things we talked about are not in some of these kits. Like this one doesn't have it, but you can so easily add those things to it. And if you're like, oh, but you know, I'm on a budget, you know what? Start out with a kit first and add the whichever kit and add whatever is missing next month. Because I'll tell you, the kits are more bang for your buck. It's going to be a smarter buy for you, okay? Just delay a couple weeks to get your other stuff, or till next paycheck, and get the phytoestrogen in that later. But this will just be better for you financially. This one is $275, and it has the top 10 oils, and this is actually what we use in oil camp. You'll learn how to use all of these, and it has a diffuser. Now, I show this one, the Family Essentials kit. The only reason why this one is popular is because the price tag is $150, and some people who are on a tight budget, they may need to start with this. That's okay. And some people are like, well, I don't know if I'm going to use all these oils or not. I'm just testing it. I'm just trying. I have to tell you, every single person who has bought this kit from me comes back to me and says, I wish I would have started at least with the Home Essentials, because these are small 5 ml bottles. Let me show you guys. Here's the difference. Okay. It's a great kit. If you need to start with that because that's what your budget is, then do it. But if you're just not sure you're going to use it, or you're not sure, you know, how you're going to like it or whatever, remember, frankincense will outlive you. You can use it for your preparedness if you want. Believe me, you'll want to get the $275 kit versus the $150. This is another reason why. This kit is 5 ml bottles, okay? And this other one is 15 ml bottles. You will blow through those 5 ml bottles. You blow your nose on those things. They will be gone so fast because you will be so good at using them. And you'll come back to me or whoever invited you, and you'll say, I wish I would have started the Home Essentials. I'm just telling you, that's what happens. You'd have to buy that kit 3 times to equal the same amount of oils in that Home Essentials kit. So you would be spending over $500 to get what you get with that 275 kit. So I'm just showing you, that's the, bang for your buck sort of thing. But if you need to start with family essentials and those smaller bottles because your budget, that's all it's like that or nothing, then go for it. Those people never regret it. They're grateful that they got to start. They're happy to start with that. Okay. So now it's up to you. What do you want to get started with? Let's get you started. The person who invited you, if you don't live by them, call them up. They can get you started over the phone. Very, very, very simple. We're just happy to have you here. Okay. So I'm so glad. Let me exit out of here and look at your beautiful faces. Stop sharing. There we go. So I'm really glad and excited I got to have you guys on. And I hope that you loved what you learned here. I hope that you grab onto this, apply it, use it in your life. You're going to notice a huge difference. If you are brand new and you do not have a wholesale account yet, get one. It will be one of the best purchases in your life. Great investment into your family. And sit down with the person who invited you, and they'll help you find what kit will work best for you. They'll game plan, they'll strategize with you. The one thing I love about anyone who works with doTERRA is it's all heart first, it's all education first, and it's all making sure that you are understanding and learning and using and knowing how to use the oils so that you can have this amazing, powerful gift in your life, this gift from the earth in your life too. So I'm so happy to have you guys here, and we'll see you guys at our next webinar. And if you liked what you saw here, I'm going to put the recording out. Go ahead and share it. Share it with other women. Need to know this information. They need to know that they can be a Wonder Woman who's not wondering where her car is, her keys, but she's a superpower Wonder Woman who has focus, clarity in her life, who has emotional wellness, because we all deserve that. And we'll see you guys next time. Bye.